YouTube at Sports Bonanza John and on Kick at Sports Kick John. Well, now the college basketball season has come to a close. We are focusing now on baseball, and we've got a Major League Baseball showdown tonight, a rematch of last year's World Series matchup, the Dodgers and the Blue Jays. Game 2 of this series. Preview this in just a moment. First of all, let's pray. Lord Jesus, thank you for this day. Thank you for doing your will over on us, Lord, and please look over everyone involved. Please keep everyone safe and continue to look over us as well, as I ask and pray this in your name. Amen. Dodgers and Blue Jays. These teams played an epic 7-game World Series a season ago, of course, won by the Dodgers. Dodgers going for a three-peat this year, and they are off to an 8-2 start this season. Blue Jays struggling a little bit to start the season. They are 4-6. They were absolutely demolished by the Dodgers at home last night in Game 1 of this series, 14-2. They are sending Kevin Gausman to the mound tonight, are the Blue Jays. They'll be facing Yoshinobu Yamamoto on the mound tonight for the Dodgers. Mentioned Dodgers took the opener yesterday 14-2. This is the middle game of this 3-game series. They wrap up the series tomorrow late afternoon in Toronto. Yeah, the Dodgers looking like they're going to be the force again off to this 8-2 start this season. This is a Dodgers team that through 10 games this year is hitting just shy of 300. They are a .299 hitting team so far this year. So they have got the offense, it appears, once again, and they are going to be a tough out, it looks like. I know we're only in April. Meanwhile, Toronto, after making the World Series live, their offense has struggled a little bit this year. They're hitting just .231 as a team through their first 10 games. So the Blue Jays not having as much success, at least offensively, to start this season so far. Getting that World Series run from a season ago. Let's go ahead and set the starting batting order tonight. Let's look at the batting order for the 8-2 Los Angeles Dodgers. They will line up this way, leading it off. Of course, Shohei Ohtani DHing in the leadoff spot. Tucker in right field. That's Kyle Tucker in right field, batting second. Will Smith, the catcher, in the number 3 spot. Freddie Freeman at first base. The cleanup hitter for LA, Teoscar Hernandez in left field, will bat 5th. Andy Pages in center field in the number 6 spot. Max Muncy at third base will bat 7th. Hee-Sung Kim playing shortstop tonight. He will bat 8th. And rounding out the Dodgers batting order in the number 9 spot, second baseman Alex Freeland. So it's Ohtani, Tucker, Smith, Freeman, Hernandez, Pages, Muncy, Kim, and Freeland starting batting order for the Dodgers. They will take on Kevin Gausman. Getting the start for the Blue Jays. Gausman making his 3rd start of the season. No record so far through his first 2 appearances. An ERA, though, of just 0.75. He has only allowed 1 earned run and 3 hits in 12 innings. No walks, 21 strikeouts. So, my goodness, what a start for Gausman. It's a shame he hasn't gotten a decision so far. The 1 run he's given up was a home run. That is all he has given up. 21 strikeouts in 12 innings for Gausman this year. So, it's going to be tough for the Dodgers batting order tonight if we've seen the Gausman we've seen through his first 2 starts on the mound here tonight in Game 2 of this 3-game series between the Dodgers and the Blue Jays. From the Rogers Center up north of the border in Toronto. Looking at other games around Major League Baseball today, we've got a couple that have gone final. Cleveland wins it in the bottom of the 9th. They beat the Royals 2-1. Orioles go to the south side of Chicago and get a win over the White Sox 4-2. Games in progress at Citi Field. Diamondbacks and Mets tied at 3. That game is in the bottom of the 9th inning. Cubs down in St. Petersburg to take on the Rays and leading the Rays 2-0. That game in the top of the second. Of course, Rays back in Tropicana Field this year after having to play last season at the Yankees AAA park there in Tampa due to the renovations being done by Tropicana Field when they lost the roof, and it kind of did a number on the stadium during one of those bad storms they had in Florida back in 2024. But they are back at the Trop this year. Reds and Marlins down in Miami scoreless after 2. Padres and Pirates in Pittsburgh, no score, top second. Brewers and Red Sox at Fenway, no score, top second. Cardinals got 2 in the top of the first in D.C. They lead the Nationals 2-0. Nationals batting in the bottom of the first. Also about to get underway in the Bronx, the Yankees hosting the Athletics. Later on, the Tigers and Twins from Minneapolis, Mariners and Rangers from Arlington, Astros and Rockies from Coors Field, Braves and Angels from Anaheim, and Phillies and Giants there in the Bay Area. But here we are set for the Dodgers and Blue Jays, second of this 3-game series. Blue Jays trying to get on track here as they're coming in with a 4-6 record. Expected good crowd on hand. Worth noting on the injury, Max Scherzer still listed on the injury reports for the Blue Jays. He is still listed day-to-day. Addison Barger is on the 10-day injured list. He's scheduled to come back in about a week. Miguel Rojas, day-to-day for the Dodgers, could come back tomorrow. They're hoping to have him back available for tomorrow. And, of course, Mookie Betts on the 10-day injured list. He is expected to return at the end of the month. So, a couple injuries on both these teams to start this season. As we are just about set for the first pitch in Toronto between the Dodgers and Blue Jays. Umpiring crew tonight, Dan Merzel. Dan Merzel behind the plate calling the balls and strikes. Dan Bellino over there at first base. Mark Ripperger at second base, and Shane Liffensparger making the calls over at third. So here we go, Dodgers and Blue Jays, as we will see Shohei Ohtani leading it off for the Dodgers. Ohtani this year, a .282 average to start the year. 3 homers on the season. He's drove in 7. It's a Dodgers team that averages scoring about 7 runs a game. They've scored 68 runs in their first 10 games of the year. Gausman finishing up his warm-up pitches. So we will see Gausman against Ohtani to lead it off here. Ohtani steps in. Crowd still filing in at the Rogers Center on a Tuesday evening. And we are underway in Toronto. First pitch of this one is low for ball 1 to Ohtani. One 1-0 pitch to Shohei Ohtani from Gausman. Misses low. It's now 2-0 on Shohei Ohtani. Two 0 pitch to Ohtani. Misses again. It's 3-0. Comes the 3-0 pitch. Ohtani draws a 4-pitch walk to lead off the game. That is the first walk allowed by Gausman this year. And it'll bring up the number 2 hitter for the Dodgers, Kyle Tucker. Tucker this year so far hitting .278. He's got a home run. He's drove in 7. So a 4-pitch walk to Ohtani to lead off this game, and the pitch to Tucker's fouled away for strike 1. Gausman's 1-strike pitch to Tucker's low, 1-1. So 5 of the first 6 pitches by Gausman out of the strike zone. One pitch. That's right down the middle. 1-2 now. One-two pitch. That's a bouncer. Back to Gausman. He'll field and throw over to first in time for the out. Ohtani will advance to second. So 1 away here for the Dodgers in the top of the first. And that will bring up the number 3 hitter, Will Smith, Dodger catcher. Smith on the season hitting .276, couple home runs, 5 driven in. Pitch to Smith is into right field and playable out there and under it for the catch for out number 2. Ohtani tagging and going to third. So Lucas made the catch out there, but Ohtani with the tag gets himself to third base with 2 outs. Brings up the cleanup hitter for the Dodgers, Freddie Freeman. Freeman hitting .262, 3 home runs. He's drove in 12 on the season. Runner at third, 2 out. Dodgers an early scoring chance. Here's the pitch to Freeman, fouled away, strike 1. Oh, 1 is high. Counts now even, a ball and a strike. One pitch to Freeman. In the air to left. This should end the inning. Under it out there is Sanchez, and he grabs it. So the Dodgers strand Ohtani at third. Blue Jays coming up for the first time against Yamamoto. Numbers on Yamamoto this season, making his 3rd start of the season. 1-1 with an ERA of 3 flat. He's walked 1, struck out 8 in 12 innings. He's given up 4 earned runs and 9 hits. Has given up 2 home runs. He will face this Blue Jays batting order. George Springer, the DH, will lead it off. Dalton Varsho in center field will bat second. Vladimir Guerrero, the first baseman, bats third. Jesus Sanchez in left field, the cleanup hitter. Batting fifth for the Blue Jays, Kazuma Okamoto. In the sixth spot is second baseman Ernie Clement. Nathan Lucas in right field will bat seventh. Andres Jimenez, the shortstop, will bat eighth. And rounding out the Blue Jays batting order is their catcher tonight, Brandon Valenzuela. So again, it is Springer, Varsho, Guerrero, Sanchez, Okamoto, Clement, Lucas, Jimenez, and Valenzuela, the batting order for Toronto against Yamamoto and the Dodgers. First pitch, Yamamoto, bottom one. Swing and a miss. So going right after the first pitch there was Springer. 0-1 from Yamamoto to Springer. That is hit down the third base line and foul, and Springer is quickly in an 0-2 hole. Springer on the year, hitting just 150 to start the year. Does have a couple homers. He's drove in 3. Slow offensive start for Springer and for this Blue Jays offense. So as I said at the outset, hitting just 231 so far to start the season as an offense. Strike 2 pitch upstairs, and the count's now a ball and 2 strikes on Springer. One-two pitch on the way to Springer. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Yamamoto's first strikeout. Springer strikes out for the 14th time already this season. Brings up Dalton Varsho. Varsho hitting just 188 to start the year. And that pitch is fouled back for strike 1. Strike 1 pitch. Fouled off. It's 0-2. Whoever just sent me this message in the live chat, I will try to reach out to him here in a little bit. But thank you for that info. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Down low, a ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 to Varsho. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts from Yamamoto. 2 down in the inning. And it'll bring up the number 3 hitter for Toronto and Guerrero. Guerrero is off to a 265 start on the year. He's got a home run. He's drove in 4. Swing and a miss by Guerrero, strike 1. Yamamoto's 0-1 hit foul, and now Guerrero's in an 0-2 hole. Oh, 2. Called strike 3. Yamamoto strikes out the side here in the bottom of the first inning. Inning in the books. 0-0. Dodgers, Blue Jays. Yeah, thank you for that in the live chat. I'll try and reach out to him here in a little bit. I've actually never done a stream with anybody, so I may want to wait until I have a full game to do after I've already started. I'll still try to reach out to him here in a little bit, but thank you for that info. Or them, whatever. Reach out to them here in a little bit. So the Dodgers looking for a three-peat this season, and they are off to an 8-2 start, so they're looking like they have a very good chance. They are the heavy favorite right now. Again, I know we're only 10 games in the season, but Dodgers looking very powerful once again. Mets have just beat the Diamondbacks 4-3 in 10 innings. Cubs have added to their lead on the Rays. Cubs now lead 4-0, top of the third. They are underway in the Bronx between the Yankees and Athletics. Scoreless here after 1. What's that? Dodgers here in the top of the second are going to send Teoscar Hernandez to the plate to lead it off. Hernandez off to hitting .353 and he's played 9 games. 2 home runs. He's drove in 7. First pitch, top 2, strike 1. Hernandez steps in, and the 0-1. Strike 2. 0-2, the count on Teoscar Hernandez. Didn't look like he was too fond of that strike 2 call just now. Strike 2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. Teoscar Hernandez strikes out for the first out here in the top of the second. And it'll bring up Pages. Pages hitting .474 in his first 10 games. 3 home runs, 12 runs batted in. He is absolutely red hot for the Dodgers to start the season. And he drills one to left here, but it's curving foul for strike 1. Boy, he gave that a ride, though. Pages' OPS this year is almost 1,300. Strike one pitch hits the inside corner. It's 0-2. $18 hits already this year for Pages. Oh-2 pitch upstairs, well upstairs. A ball and 2 strikes now. The count to Pages. One, 2 is downstairs. 2-2. Gossman's 2-2 pitch to Pages. Chopper to short. And has to throw the quick throw to first in time to retire Pages by a step for out number 2. Good job there by the shortstop Jimenez to field it and quickly throw down to first base to retire Pages, and it'll bring up Max Muncy, 7th place hitter for the Dodgers. Muncy hitting .267 on the year. Got a home run. 21 home runs so far in 10 games for the Dodgers, too. A powerful, powerful lineup. All one outside to Muncy. One-zero pitch to Muncy. Swing and a miss. Counts even, a ball and a strike. The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. A ball and 2 strikes now on Max Muncy. One, 2 is downstairs, now 2-2. Two-two pitch. Muncy sends it in the air. Left field and foul territory now. Catch made by Okamoto to end the top of the second. Dodgers retired in order. Bottom 2 from Toronto. Dodgers, Blue Jays, no score. Updating some of these scores there while we have a stoppage. Just about to get underway at Target Field here in about 10 minutes between the Tigers and the Twins. Jesus Sanchez will lead it off in the bottom of the second inning for the Blue Jays. Sanchez hitting .292. Has a home run. He's drove in 4. First pitch to Yamamoto, bottom 2, is fouled away for strike 1. Yamamoto struck out the side in the first inning. And he is ahead of strike to Sanchez here in the bottom of the second. 0-1, that just missed inside. A ball and a strike now on Jesus Sanchez. One. Downstairs, 2-1 now. Two-one pitch to Sanchez. That misses tight. Count now 3-1 on Jesus Sanchez. Three one. Fouled away, then that will fill the count 3-2. Yamamoto looks in and set to deliver the payoff pitch to Sanchez. And Sanchez fouls it off, and we will do another 3-2 as that reaches the seats and out of play. Another 3-2 from Yamamoto to Sanchez. That ball ripped into right, and that's going to be over the head of Tucker in right field. Sanchez trying to get into second and sliding in safely with a leadoff double here in the bottom of the second inning. I don't know if Tucker misjudged that or lost it in the lights or what happened there, but it looks like he just misplayed that in right field. Looked like it was a catchable ball. But it's going to be a double for Jesus Sanchez. Yeah, that ended up going over the head of Tucker. It looked like it just misplayed it. Kazuma Okamoto will now step up, number 5 hitter for the Blue Jays. Strike 1. Okamoto on the season hitting .263, a couple home runs. He drove in 3. Strike 1 to Okamoto is in the air to right. Going back on it here is the second baseman Freeland for the catch. Having to hold it second is Sanchez. 1 down, and it will bring up Clement, number 6 hitter for the Blue Jays. Clement hitting .293, drove in 3 runs. Pitch to Clement, bounced foul, strike 1. Blue Jays trying to snap a 5-game losing streak here. They were swept over the weekend in Chicago by the White Sox. Clement fouls this one off third base side. 0-2 now the count on Clement. That's lifted to right. Tucker makes a sliding catch out there this time for out number 2. And again, Sanchez has to stand pat at second. Here's Lucas. Lucas hitting just 133 on the year, couple RBIs. Pitch to Lucas is outside, ball 1. Swing and a miss on the 1-0 pitch. Counts even now, a ball and a strike. Comes the 1-1. Downstairs, 2-1 now. Count on Lucas. Two 2-1 pitch, grounded foul, first base side, 2-2. Runner at second, 2 outs. Sanchez, he started this inning with a leadoff double, but is in danger of getting stranded at second. The 2-2 pitch to Lucas. That's hit foul, and count stays 2-2. Comes another 2-2 pitch. And another foul ball. Good job here by Lucas to hang in. Lucas steps back in. Sanchez gets the lead from second. And the 2-2 pitch. Outside, that will fill the count, 3-2. Yamamoto set to deliver another 3-2. Called strike 3. Lucas knew it. He threw the bat in frustration right after the pitch was thrown. Yamamoto's 4th strikeout. Blue Jays squander a leadoff double. We remain scoreless through 2 in Toronto. Not set in stone, but tentative plan is to be back with you tomorrow night for another Major League Baseball live stream. Tigers and Twins from Minneapolis. 7:40 Eastern time, first pitch tomorrow. Again, that one's not set in stone. I'll try and keep updated throughout tomorrow on if that will be able to happen tomorrow night or not. We are scoreless here through 2 between the Dodgers and the Blue Jays. Marlins have taken a 2-0 lead on the Reds. That game in the top of the 5th down in Miami. Padres and Pirates still scoreless. Bottom of the 4th at PNC Park. Brewers, Red Sox scoreless, bottom 4 at Fenway. Cubs still lead the Rays 4-0, bottom of the 4th. Cardinals 2, Nationals 1, bottom 3rd in our nation's capital. A's and Yankees no score, bottom 2. And just about to throw the first pitch between the Tigers and the Twins. Top of the third we go here, and it will be, 8, 9, and 1 hitters, as Hyesong Kim leads it off in the third for the Dodgers, takes outside ball 1. Kim's just been in a couple games this year. He is 2 for 4. One 0 pitch. Kim lines this one into right center. That's going to get down and into the gap. This will be extra bases for Kim. Kim into second with a leadoff stand-up double here in the third for the Dodgers. And that'll bring up Alex Freeland, number 9 hitter, hitting just 125 on the season, 3 for 24. Does have a home run out of his 3 hits. Shows bunt. He gets the bunt down. That'll do the job to advance the runner, and the throw hits Freeland. And now coming home and now trying to slide back to third is Kim, and he will make it back. That throw hit Freeland in the back as the throw was going to first base. So instead of getting the out at first, Dodgers have runners at the corners with nobody out. As we go back to the top of the order, Shohei Ohtani, that hit Freeland right in the back on the throw from Gausman. Top of the order, Ohtani. He drew a 4-pitch walk his first time up. Ball 1. The 1-0 is drilled to right, and that is going to be off the top of the wall. Kim will score easily. Ohtani has to hold with a long single, but it drives in a run, and the Dodgers strike first. It's 1-0 here in the third. Boy, Ohtani just missed a home run to right. Brings up Kyle Tucker. So Gausman's ran into some problems here in the third inning. Ohtani was standing at first base like, I can't believe that ball didn't go over. Pitch to Kyle Tucker, misses for ball 1. Still nobody out here in the third. One 0 pitch is outside. It's 2-0. Freeland standing at third. Ohtani standing at first. And Tucker ahead of the count, 2-0. Here is the 2-0 swing and a miss. 2-1 now. Two 1 to Tucker, swing and a miss. Counts now even, 2-2. 2-2 called, strike 3 on Kyle Tucker as he goes down looking for the first out. Brings up Will Smith. Runners at the corners and 1 out for the Dodgers. Ball 1. One 0 pitch. Bounce to third. Going to try and turn 2. They get 1. No chance to turn 2. And Freeland will score on the fielder's choice to make it 2-0 Dodgers. Didn't miss him by much there at first base. The 5-4 fielder's choice makes it 2-0. And now Freddie Freeman, the batter. Cleanup hitter for LA. 2 in here in the third for the Dodgers, and Freeman takes strike 1. Freeman fouls off the 0-1 pitch. He's now in an 0-2 hole. Oh, 2 to Freeman. In the air to left. And the play made out in left field for the third out. But the Dodgers do get 2 on 3 hits. On 2 hits, rather. We go the bottom of the third inning. Dodgers now have a lead for Yamamoto. It's 2-0. So it'll be Jimenez leading it off here at the bottom of the third for Toronto. Andres Jimenez hitting .243 to start the season, 2 home runs. He's driven in 8. He is the RBI leader for the Blue Jays so far on the season. And now Yamamoto going to work on the mound with the lead. Of 2-0. It'll be Jimenez, Valenzuela, and then the top of the order Springer for Toronto here in the bottom of the third. Excuse me. Two runs, 2 hits for the Dodgers. No runs, 1 hit for the Blue Jays. Another good crowd on hand at the Rogers Center as the Blue Jay fans hope to see their hometown Blue Jays snap a 5-game losing streak tonight. Ball one here to lead off the bottom of the third. 1-0 pitch. Strike one. That'll even the count, a ball and a strike. One. At the knees, strike two. One-two pitch from Yamamoto. Grounder to second. Easy play here, and the throw to first to retire Jimenez for the first out here in the bottom of the third, and it will bring up the number 9 hitter for the Blue Jays, Brandon Valenzuela. Blue Jay catcher tonight. Valenzuela hitting 1 for 4 in his first 2 games. Pitch to him is at the knees, strike one. Strike one pitch is in there for strike two. It's 0-2 now on Valenzuela. 0-2 is a swing and a miss. That's the 5th strikeout for Yamamoto. 2 down in the inning, and we're back to the top of the order, George Springer. Springer, a strikeout victim in the first. Yamamoto struck out the side in the first inning. Bases empty, 2 outs, and Springer fouls it off for strike one. Comes the strike one pitch. Popped up foul. Will that stay in play? It will, but neither Freeman nor Will Smith could make the play there. It's 0-2. Looked like the one thought the other one was going to make the play. 0-2 the count on George Springer. Comes the 0-2, check swing foul. Count will stay 0-2 on Springer. Oh, 2 pitch. Up the middle. Played there nicely by the second baseman Freeland, and the throw to first to retire Springer. And the Blue Jays retired 1-2-3 in the third. On we go to the fourth. 2-0 Dodgers over the Blue Jays. So I'm going to try something on Thursday that I have not done yet. I don't know what kind of response this is going to get. I am going to try on Thursday. Going to try out a college baseball live stream to see how it goes. I don't know the kind of response I'll get for college. I know college baseball is not as popular as football, although it's getting there. Baseball and softball are quickly becoming a lot more followed. So I'm going to try a college baseball live stream on Thursday to see what happens. It'll be Florida State and Georgia Tech, a top 5 matchup, by the way, in college baseball. So I'm going to attempt it and see how it goes. It's only one way to find out, right? 2-0 Dodgers here as we head to the fourth inning. It's going to be Teoscar Hernandez, Andy Pages, and Max Muncy, the three scheduled hitters for the Dodgers in the top of the fourth. Against Gausman, who's given up 2 hits and 2 runs so far in 3 innings. 40 pitches for Gausman through those 3 innings. So here we go. First pitch, top of the fourth, down low for ball 1. Teoscar Hernandez, a strikeout victim, his first time up. 1-0 pitch. That's at the knees for strike 1. One. Outside. Counts now 2-1. The delivery, Teoscar Hernandez chops it to third. Long throw over to first in time as Guerrero stretches to get Teoscar Hernandez for out number 1. Andy Pages now the batter. It was 49 years ago to the day, April 7th, 1977, with the first ever game for the Toronto Blue Jays franchise. On this date, 49 years ago. Played at the old Exhibition Stadium up there in Toronto. One pitch, check swing, and went around. So Pages is in a 1-2 hole. One-two pitch, hit foul. Count will stay 1-2. It's the 1-2. Bounce foul. Count will stay 1-2. One, two, third base side foul. Pages awaits another 1-2 pitch from Gossman. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Pages goes down swinging. 2 down in the inning, and it'll bring up Max Muncy. Muncy 0 for 1 on the night so far. Ball 1. One 0. And that's going to be ball 2. That is ripped to first. Nice play by Guerrero. He will take it to the bag himself to retire Muncy and retire the Dodgers 1-2-3 in the 4th. Bottom 4 from Toronto. Blue Jays down 2-0. So time for the Blue Jays to find some offense here. Only down by 2. Athletics have broken for 3 runs in the top of the 3rd against the Yankees. Athletics lead that game 3-1. Of course, the Athletics going to be playing in West Sacramento for a couple of more seasons until the stadium in Vegas is ready to go. Said to be ready to go in time for the 2028 season. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, don't hold me to this, but I believe that stadium for the A's in Vegas is going to be, I believe they're building that stadium on the site of the old Tropicana Hotel out there. I believe that's where they're putting it. So bottom of the 4th inning coming here for Toronto. Dalton Varsho, the number 2 hitter, will lead it off. Varsho, a strikeout victim his first time back in the 1st. First pitch swing, grounded to 2nd. 1 pitch and 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. We'll bring up Guerrero, who also struck out his first time up. Pitch to Guerrero, misses low and outside, ball 1. One 0 right down the middle to Guerrero, strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1, a swing and a miss by Guerrero. Counts now 1-2. 1-2, Guerrero hits foul. Count stays 1-2. 1-2, that's a high chop. That's going to be a tough play. Fielded by the shortstop, throw in time to get Guerrero by a half step for out number 2. That was a great play there by Kim. Right when he fielded that ball, he gunned it to first base, and they just get Guerrero by half a step. Yeah, they got him. Good play there by the shortstop, Kim. It will bring up Jesus Sanchez, who has the only hit of the game so far for the Blue Jays, a double to right field back in the second. That was that misplayed ball out there by Kyle Tucker. Oh, 0-1 the count to Sanchez. 0-1 downstairs. A ball and a strike now the count to Jesus Sanchez. One is inside. Now 2-1 to count. Two one is foul, and that will even the count 2-2. Two pitch to Sanchez from Yamamoto. Just missed. Count runs full now, 3-2. Three-two payoff. Swing and a miss. He got him. Yamamoto strikeout number 6. Down go the Blue Jays in the 4th. On to the 5th. 2-0 Dodgers. Dodgers will send up Kim, Freeland, and then the top of the order, Ohtani. Here in the top of the 5th inning, up by 2. Two runs, 2 hits for the Dodgers. They've stranded 2 on base. No runs, 1 hit for the Blue Jays. They've stranded 1. So not a whole lot of missed opportunities between the two teams so far as leading runners on base. Kim will lead it off here in the 6th for the Dodgers. Roof closed tonight at the Rogers Center. First pitch, top of the 5th from Gossman, ball 1. Kim doubled and scored one of the 2 Dodger runs in the 3rd. Ball 2. 2-0 the count on Kim. 2-0, that misses. It's 3-0. .30 pitch, taking all the way and taking a strike at the knees. 3-1 now. Fans looking on from their hotel room out in center field. And the 3-1 is ball 4, and that will be a leadoff walk here in the 5th. We'll bring up Freeland. RBI fielder's choice for Freeland. And what have we got here? It's like they just called a balk. It's like they just got a balk on Guzman. So that will allow Kim to go to second. John Schneider wanted to go out and get an explanation. Let's see here. Oh, did he not come to a complete stop before going in the stretch? I think he may not have come to a complete stop there before delivering that. Oh, and now the hat comes off John Schneider. He is not happy with the home plate umpire. And they are face to face. Wow. Don't see this side of John Schneider very often. Umpire and Schneider are face to face, duking it out. Wow. And the fans giving Schneider a hand as he goes back to, actually, did he get tossed? Yeah, he just got tossed. John Schneider has been ejected from this game, and he definitely got his 2 cents worth. So John Schneider going to get an early shower tonight. He was none too happy with that balk call, and let that be known. So back now to action. Ball downstairs. That was the 60th pitch by Gossman. That pitch is ripped into right field for a base hit and then bobbled out there in right field, which is going to allow Kim to come around to score. RBI for Freeland makes it 3-0 Dodgers here in the 5th. I don't think they're going to give an error on that play because even if that ball is fielded cleanly out there, I don't know that they get Kim at home. And now we're back to Ohtani, the top of the order. Snap, throw back to first. A good play by Guerrero to keep that ball from going into right field. Looks like Ohtani. Did he get hit with that ball on the throw? Is that what? Or did he get hit? Oh, he might have gotten hit. The catcher's hand hit Ohtani. Yeah, Valenzuela hit Ohtani as he was throwing that ball to first base. That's how Ohtani got a little banged up there, but he's going to stay in the game. His left arm got hit. They're out looking at Ohtani. Freeland, the runner at first. And Ohtani fouls it away. Ooh. Oh, 2 pitch. Ohtani fouls it back to stay alive. Another 0-2 to Ohtani. That is drilled. That's going to stay in the park, though, in right field. Catch made out there for the first out. Ohtani got a little under that one and flies out to right for the first out. Brings up Kyle Tucker. 0 for 2 so far for Tucker. And first pitch of this at bat takes ball 1. A ground out and a strikeout so far in Tucker's 2 at bats. Tucker on the 1-0 hits it foul. That'll even the count 1-1. One pitch on the way from Gossman to Tucker. Instead, it'll be a throw over to first. Freeland back. Ohtani scheduled to pitch the finale of this series tomorrow. Dylan Cease scheduled to get the start for the Blue Jays tomorrow. 1-1 pitch. Did Tucker go around? Yes, he did. 1-2. One-two pitch downstairs, 2-2. Blue Jay bullpen starting to loosen. Varland getting loose. Swing and a miss. Swing. Strike three. Tucker goes down swinging for the second time. And the batter will be Will Smith. Has drove in a run today and fouls this off for strike one. I was incorrect earlier. Will Smith is actually the batter that has the RBI fielder's choice. I mistakenly said a few minutes ago that it was Freeland, but it was Will Smith. Gossman's ready, and the pitch to Will Smith. Little low and outside. Counts now 2-1. Two one is a strike at the knees. That'll even the count 2-2. Two pitch from Gossman to Will Smith. That is ripped into left field and on the warning track. Catch made out there in left field by Sanchez to end the Dodgers' fifth. They add another run. Dodgers now lead at 3-0. Bottom of the fifth coming from Toronto. It'll be the 5, 6, and 7 hitters for the Blue Jays. Okamoto, Clement, and Lucas due up in the bottom of the fifth inning. Blue Jays now in a 3-run hole, 3-0. Yamamoto at 54 pitches through 4 innings. Blue Jays trying to avoid losing their 6th in a row. So Okamoto will lead it off here at the bottom of the fifth for the Blue Jays. Eating a rally here, down 3-0. First pitch, bottom 5 for Okamoto was outside for ball 1. Okamoto flew out his first time up. 1-0 misses. It's 2-0. Now the count on Yokomoto. So DeMarlo Hale is taking over, managing this game for the Blue Jays for the rest of this one, following the ejection of John Schneider, who argued a balk call against Gaussman and was shown the door in the top half of this inning. That ball's ripped into left center field, but that's going to stay up and in play, and making the catch out there in left center is Teoscar Hernandez for the first out in the bottom of the fifth. Batter will be Clement and take strike one. A 1, that is hit. That is fair to third. Low throw on a bounce, dug out by Freeman for out number 2. So 2 out, nobody on here at the bottom of the fifth inning, and the batter is Nathan Lucas, who struck out his first time and takes ball 1. 1-0 pitch lifted in the air to center. And a very easy 1-2-3 inning for Yamamoto. He's made it through 5 and stands to get the win. We head to the 6th, 3-0 Dodgers. The one hit that Yamamoto's given up was that misplay out there in right field by Kyle Tucker in the second inning. We are heading already to the 6th inning. This game just moving right along. Just over an hour and 20 minutes in, and we're already heading to the 6th. Cubs have scored again. They now lead the Rays 6-0. That game heading to the bottom of the 7th. Still the Marlins 2, the Reds 0. Top of the 8th in Miami. Padres have rallied with 1. They still trail the Pirates, though, 2-1. That game in the top of the 7th in Pittsburgh. Red Sox have finally broke the scoreless tie against the Brewers with 2. Red Sox lead at 2-0, bottom of the 6th. Nationals have taken the lead over the Cardinals 4-2, bottom of the 5th inning. A's still lead the Yankees 3-1. That game heading to the 5th in the Bronx. Tigers and Twins, no score, top 4 in Minneapolis. Mariners still lead the Rangers 1-0, bottoms 2 in Arlington. Just about to get underway in Denver between the Astros and the Rockies. It's top of the 6th inning. Gaussman back to work here for the Blue Jays, trailing 3-0. Freddie Freeman leads it off. It'll be the 4, 5, and 6 hitters for the Dodgers. Freeman 0 for 2 so far tonight. Takes a strike, 0-1. Freeman has flown out twice. Again, Shohei Ohtani scheduled to get the start on the mound tomorrow. Pitch missed downstairs, so now the 1-1 count to Freeman. That's on the ground up the middle and through for a base hit. Freddie Freeman with his first hit of the night. A leadoff single to center here in the top of the 6th inning. And here comes Teoscar Hernandez. Teoscar Hernandez 0 for 2 tonight. Hernandez fouls it back for strike 1. Varland was loosening in the Blue Jays bullpen earlier. Now it's Mason Flaherty getting up and loosening. 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss by Teoscar Hernandez. It's 0-2. That was pitch number 80 from Gossman. So he's probably right about at his pitch count limit. Pages on deck for the Dodgers. The 0-2 pitch downstairs, 1-2 now. The count to Teoscar Hernandez. One, two. Bounce foul as that hit Teoscar Hernandez in the batter's box. Count stays 1-2. One-two pitch. Swing and a miss. Teoscar Hernandez strikes out for the second time. 5 strikeouts for Gossman. And here comes Pages. Pages 0 for 2 tonight. Pages rips it into left field for a base hit. It'll be runners now at first and second with 1 out for the Dodgers. Hit number 5 for LA, and it'll bring up now Max Muncy. And that looks like it's going to be the end of the night for Gossman on the mound. So Gossman's night concludes, and we are going to have a pitching change. Gossman exits with 2 runners on and facing a 3-0 deficit. And we will tell you about the relief pitcher for the Blue Jays coming up here momentarily. So the new Blue Jays pitcher is Mason Flaherty. Flaherty out for the 6th time. No record. A little bit of an inflated ERA, 10.13. Walked 1, struck out 4 in 2 2/3 innings. Given up 3 earned runs in those 2 2/3 innings. So far this year, opponents against Flaherty are hitting .417. So it's been a little bit of a struggle in relief for Flaherty to start the season. Can't afford to fall much further behind the Blue Jays than they are right now. They're already in a 3-run hole. Batters Max Muncy. He is fouled out and grounded out. 0 for 2 on the night. And it took ball 1. And now the 1-0 pitch is hit foul. Counts even a ball and a strike. One. On the ground to second. They will go to second to get 1. No chance to turn a double play. It wasn't hit hard enough. Freeman advances to third, so that will now put runners at the corners with 2 outs. And Kim will be the batter. Pitch to Kim is a strike at the knees. Kim has doubled and reached on a walk and scored 2 of the 3 Dodger runs. Flaherty's 0-1 is hit foul, and now he's got Kim down in the Kim down the count 0-2. Pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. Flaherty with the strikeout. Dodgers do not score. Flaherty, a good job not allowing any more runs to come across. Dodgers strand 2. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's still 3-0 LA. So the line is now closed on Gausman. 5 1/3 innings, 3 runs, all of them earned, 5 hits. Walked 2, struck out 5. He threw 84 pitches. But would stand to lose this game as he is trailing 3-0. Blue Jays set to bat here in the bottom of the 6th. 12 outs to go to try and come back from at least a 3-run rally and to try to avoid losing their 6th in a row. See if we see Yamamoto back out. He's at 62 pitches through 5 innings. First pitch, bottom 6, downstairs, ball 1. One 0 pitch, swing and a miss. Boy, that was a hard swing there. Jimenez fell as he swung at that pitch. It's 1-1. After a high one, too. Eek. One one. Downstairs, 2-1 now. To Jimenez. Jimenez 0 for 1 in the game so far. He grounded out his first time up. 2-1 pitch is outside. Jimenez now ahead of the count, 3-1. Three-one pitch fouled away, and that will fill the count 3-2. Payoff pitch on the way from Yamamoto to Jimenez. Pop foul. Count stays 3-2. Another 3-2. Bounce foul again. That is into right field for a base hit on a 3-2 pitch. Just the second hit of the game for the Blue Jays. So leadoff single here in the bottom of the 6th for Jimenez, and that will bring up the catcher, Valenzuela. Valenzuela struck out his first time up. Yamamoto's pitch to Valenzuela is hit foul, strike 1. Oh, 1 showing bunt, taking on the inside corner. It's 0-2. That's a pretty good pitch. The 2-2 pitch. Way high, 1-2 now. The count on Valenzuela. One, two. That is hit to first. Freeman will tag the bag himself. He was going to try to go to second, but decided to just take the easy play at first for out number 1. So the Blue Jays with a runner in scoring position here with one out. And we're back to the top of the order in George Springer. Ball one. Springer's 0 for 2. One 0 is downstairs. 2-0. The count on Springer. Yamamoto about to throw his 77th pitch. (2-0) into right center field. That's going to get down into the gap. This will score Jimenez. Springer will be in at second with a one-out double. Blue Jays on the board, and it's a 2-run game now at 3-1 in the bottom of the 6th. And the batter will be Dalton Varsho. So the Blue Jays came into this inning with just one hit through the first 5 innings, but they've picked up 2 hits here in the 6th and their first run of the game. And Varsho coming up as the tying run. So here's Varsho. Ball one. One 0, swing and a miss. 1-1. Now the Dodger bullpen's starting to loosen up. Alex Vezia is loosening in the pen. 1-1 pitch misses. Counts now 2-1. Guerrero on deck. The 2-1. Hit foul. Now 2-2. Two-two pitch from Yamamoto to Varsho downstairs. That'll fill the count. Payoff pitch popped up. That'll reach the seats, and we'll do it again on a 3-2. Springer is at second. Varsho at the plate represents the tying run. Another 3-2 payoff. Ball 4, and the tying run is now on base. Although it does now set up a force play. And here is Guerrero. Guerrero 0 for 2 tonight. How much longer will they stick with Yamamoto? As he's run into his first trouble of the game. Already a run in for Toronto. Guerrero chops it to third. That will stay fair. Stepping on the bag is the third baseman Muncy, so that'll erase the lead runner now with 2 outs. And Jesus Sanchez will now come up to the plate. Sanchez has one of the 3 Blue Jay hits tonight, a double to lead off the second. Ball 1. One 0 pitch. Hit foul. Counts now 1-1. One is on the ground to second, and that will do it. Blue Jays get 1, but they strand 2 on. We head to the 7th. 3-1 LA. Well, Yamamoto escaped it there, and if this was his last inning, he got a big out there as he ran into problems in the 6th, but only gave up the 1. So it may be a bullpen game from this point on. So into the 7th inning we go. Flaherty back out there for the Blue Jays, and Freeland will lead it off. 9-1-2 in the Dodgers lineup here in the 7th. First pitch, top 7, strike 1. Oh, 1 is outside. That'll even the count, a ball and a strike. One pitch. A little high and outside. 2-1 now on Freeland. Two one bounced foul. 2-2. Yamamoto, pitcher for the Dodgers, he's had a lot of success in Toronto. He's gone 6 tonight, has the lead. He won 3 games in the World Series last year. That's a gapper into left center. That's going to get down for Freeland. Bouncing off the wall, and Freeland will have himself a leadoff double here in the top of the 7th inning. And that will bring us to the top of the order in Ohtani. Ohtani fouls it off, strike 1. Strike 1 pitch to Ohtani. Outside, 1-1. Pitch to Ohtani is outside. Counts now 2-1. And inside to Ohtani, count now goes to 3-1. Ohtani in the air to left. Sanchez, with the catch for the first out. So Ohtani flies out. And the batter will be Kyle Tucker. Foul ball for strike 1 to Mason Flaherty, or from Mason Flaherty to Kyle Tucker. Count goes to 1-1 now. And Freeland, the runner at second. One. Hit foul. One-two swing and a miss on a pitch down low. 2 outs. And that looks like it's going to do it for Flaherty. So good job there by Flaherty to prevent any more damage. He is responsible for the runner at second. And Varland's coming in. 3-1 Dodgers, top 7 with 2 outs. So Varland comes into the game for Toronto. Out for the fifth time. 0-1. No ERA. Walked 2, struck out 6 and 4 in a third innings. So a runner at second and 2 outs. And Will Smith, the batter that Varland will face. The pitch to Smith, ball 1. One zero, that gets away, but not far enough to advance Freeland. 2-0. Boy, the Pirates have busted it open against the Padres. Pirates have scored 5 runs in the 8th inning. Pirates now lead the Padres 7-1. 2-0 pitch, that misses. It's 3-0 now. In fact, we have an ABS challenge by Toronto, and it's a good challenge because that pitch did hit the strike zone. So the count will now be 2-1 instead of 3-0. 2-1 pitch is fouled away, and that'll even the count now, 2-2. Two is hit foul, and we'll do it again. Two is another foul ball. Will Smith staying alive here. Two and another foul. Good battle here between Varland and Will Smith. Be the 8th pitch of the at bat. Two, that misses, and the count runs full now, 3-2. Payoff pitch in the air to right, and the catch will be made out there in right field to end the inning. Dodgers strand a runner at second. Stretch time in Toronto. Dodgers lead at 3-1. So the line closed now on Flaherty. Inning and a third, gave up 1 hit, no runs, had 2 strikeouts. Blue Jays will have Okamoto, Clement, and Lucas here in the bottom of the 7th inning, trailing by 2. Yamamoto is back out there at least to start the bottom of the 7th. 88 pitches through 6 innings for Yamamoto. But they're going to let him go out and at least start the bottom of the 7th inning. So here is Okamoto to lead it off in the bottom of the 7th. Okamoto against Yamamoto, ball 1. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss by Okamoto. Counts even 1-1. Okamoto's flown out a couple times tonight. Strike 2. Counts now 1-2 on Okamoto. One-two pitch. Called strike 3. Okamoto wants an ABS challenge here. He thinks it was outside. And let's see if he's right. He is. So no strikeout at least yet. Instead of strike 3, it's 2-2. So both teams have now used one of their ABS reviews. 2-2. That's low for sure. Full count. Payoff pitch. Popped foul. Will that get out of play? Yes, it will. And the count will stay 3-2. Three-two, lined into right center field. That's going to be a gapper and off the wall. Okamoto rounding first, heading into second with a leadoff stand-up double. And that will allow the Blue Jays to get the tying run to the plate. And Ernie Clement. So Clement steps up. Clement 0 for 2 tonight. Strike 1. Fly out and a ground out for Clement. 0-1 pitch. Showing bunt. Gets it down. That's a doozy. And he's going to beat it out for a bunt single. He bunted it right there where nobody was covering on the infield down the third base side. And it's first and third. Nobody out for Toronto here in the bottom of the 7th. And Lucas will be the batter. And that is going to be the end of the night for Yamamoto. Great pitching performance tonight, but if Toronto comes back to tie this, he's going to end up getting a no decision out of it. Alex Vezia's coming in for the Dodgers. On for the 5th time. He's pitched 4 innings so far, has a walk and a strikeout. No ERA, 0.00. He comes on in a little bit of a pickle. Blue Jays have runners at the corners with nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Trailing by 2. So an ABS challenge by Toronto in this half inning. That was won by Toronto, or else they would have had a strikeout. Kept the inning alive. Or, well, kept that at bat alive, I should say. And now 1st and 3rd with nobody out, Vezia coming in. To face a pinch hitter here for Lucas. Davis Schneider coming in to pinch hit. Ball 1. Schneider this season hitting .231. He's got a home run. Drove in 3. Strike 1. So Yamamoto goes 6+. He is responsible for both runners on base. Swing and a miss by Schneider. Counts now 1-2. One, two. Upstairs, 2-2. Okamoto, the runner at 3rd. Clement, the runner at 1st. Davis Schneider, pinch hitting, is the batter. The 3-2 payoff. Upstairs, or that was 2-2 rather. I'm sorry, now it's 3-2. Jimenez is on deck. Payoff pitch down low, ball 4, and the bases are loaded with nobody out for Toronto. And Jimenez will be the batter. Okamoto at third, Clement at second, Schneider at first. Jimenez the batter. Foul ball, strike one. Oh, 1. That is lifted to left. The catch made. And no advancement. That was a heck of a throw back to the infield, and that is a big first out. Catch was made down the left field line by Teoscar Hernandez, and he threw a strike back into the infield. So now with one out, here's Valenzuela, the Blue Jay catcher. And now a double play could get the Dodgers out of this. Ball 1. Strikeout and a ground out on the day for Brandon Valenzuela. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. We're back to the top of the order. George Springer on deck. One is foul. Counts now 1-2. Meeting on the mound here. Blake Treinen is up loosening for the Dodgers in the bullpen. One, two, got him! Valenzuela strikes out for out number 2. And now it'll be up to Springer if the Blue Jays won on the board here in the 7th. Springer pops it foul back, strike 1. Oh, 1. Outside corner, strike 2. And now the Dodgers a strike away from getting out of this. Bases loaded, 2 outs. 0-2 count on Springer. In the air, to right. And the catch is made, and the Dodgers get out of a bases loaded, no out jam. Toronto does not score. We head to the eighth, 3-1 Dodgers. So the line for Yamamoto's complete 6+, 5 hits, 1 run was earned, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts. He ended up throwing 97 pitches. So he can get the win here tonight. As we head to the eighth, it's going to be Freddie Freeman leading it off in the Dodger eighth inning. What a job by Vezina to escape a bases loaded, nobody out jam in that bottom of the seventh and coming out unscathed. A little over 10 minutes away from first pitch out in Anaheim between the Braves and the Angels. Phillies and Giants yet to come from San Francisco as well. That first pitch about 20 minutes away. Varland back out there. First pitch, top 8, foul ball, strike 1 to Freddie Freeman. Freeman 1 for 3 tonight. He does have a single. It's a little low, 1-1. Couple defensive changes for the Blue Jays. Davis Schneider, well, we'll tell you after this pitch. 1-1 off of Varland, and Freeman's going to be safe at front. No, he's not. Varland throws out Freeman at first base. That hit off Varland, but Varland kept it close enough to him to where he still had time to throw out Freeman at first base. I thought for sure he was going to be safe there at first because I thought that ball was going to be too far. Anyway, defensive changes for Toronto. Davis Schneider, who pinch hit for Nathan Lucas in the bottom of the seventh, stays in the game to play left field. Jesus Sanchez, who was playing left field, moves over to right field. Lucas's spot. Batter here for the Dodgers is Teoscar Hernandez. That is foul. Will that get out of play? Yes, it will. Strike 1. Oh, 1 is low. Counts now a ball and a strike. 1-1 pitch on the way. Downstairs. Tyler Rogers starting to loosen for the Blue Jays in the pen. Another pitch that misses. And a swing and a miss. That's going to fill the count now, 3-2. Looking ahead to the bottom of the 8th for the Blue Jays. Varsho, Guerrero, and Sanchez, the 2, 3, and 4 hitters, will be due up. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Teoscar Hernandez strikes out. That's out number 2 here in the 8th. And Andy Pages will be the batter. He's got one of the 6 Dodger hits tonight. Varland's pitch misses outside, ball 1. Pages still hitting .463 to start the season. There's a strike on the outside corner, 1-1. One pitch, that misses. 2-1 now the count. Two-one pitch, swing and a miss. That was ball 3. That was well down out of the strike zone. Counts now 2-2 instead. Time called here before the 2-2. Got him. Varland with a strikeout. Dodgers done in the 8th. We go the bottom of the 8th inning. Again, it's going to be the 2, 3, and 4 hitters due up for Toronto in a 2-run deficit. Dodgers lead at 3-1. Cardinals have come back from a 3-run deficit to come back and tie the Nationals 5-5 in that one, bottom of the 8th inning. It's about 7 minutes away from first pitch in Anaheim between the Braves and Angels. Also, first pitch a little over 10 minutes away in San Francisco between the Giants and the Phillies. Couple finals have come rolling in. Cubs have beat the Rays 9-2. Pirates win at 7-1 over the Padres. Red Sox hang on for a 3-2 win over the Brewers. Finals from earlier, Mets winning over the Diamondbacks 4-3 and 10. Orioles win in Chicago over the White Sox 4-2. And Cleveland 2-1 win over Kansas City. Blake Treinen coming on to pitch here for the Dodgers in the bottom of the 8th. Treinen out for the 4th time, no record. He's pitched 3 innings. No earned runs, so a 0 ERA. Vezia goes an inning, and what a job. Got out of a bases loaded, nobody out jam. So here's Varsho to lead it off here at the bottom of the 8th for the Blue Jays. He has reached on a walk tonight. Strike one. A 1 is high. 1-1. 1-1 pitch. Most hit foul, first base side. 1-2 now on Varsho. One-two pitches, bounce to first, underhand throw to Trainin covering first in time. And there's the first out here in the bottom of the 8th inning. And here's Guerrero. Well, at least if you're a Dodgers fan, you're getting Guerrero with the bases empty here so he can't tie you. Guerrero is 0 for 3 tonight. Swing and a miss, strike one. More bullpen work for the Blue Jays. Jeff Hoffman up and loosening. Dodgers bullpen is quiet for the moment. 0-1 is on the ground to short. And Guerrero retired. He's got an 0 for 4 night. 0 for or 2 down here in the bottom of the 8th. We'll bring up the cleanup hitter, Jesus Sanchez. Has one of the 5 Blue Jay hits tonight. Sanchez. Oh, there goes the bat. And it's strike one. That bat went flying into the Dodgers dugout. I think everybody's all right in there. Look out. That's why you've always got to be paying attention at the ballpark, no matter where you're at. Thankfully, it hit like the little back stanchion part of the dugout and then trickled down, so nobody got hit, thankfully. Oh, 1 pitch to Sanchez. Ball 1. 1-1, the count on Sanchez. One is a strike. 1-2 now to Sanchez. Both teams have one ABS challenge left. One-two pitch is a little blooper into center, but it's going to hang up long enough for the catch. By Pajes, Blue Jays done in the 8th. We go to the 9th. Dodgers lead at 3-1. Blue Jays just cannot seem to come up with that key hit tonight. I mentioned this at the outset, but it's worth repeating again. coming into this game, through the first 10 games of the season, Toronto was hitting just .231 as a team. Held to 5 hits tonight. Hitting under 200 tonight. So those offensive hitting woes won't be helped tonight either. Underway now in Anaheim between the Braves and the Angels. Jeff Hoffman in to pitch here for the Blue Jays into the 9th. Sixth appearance for Hoffman, 1-1 record. ERA of 1.93, 11 strikeouts, no walks in 4 2/3 innings. Seven, eight, nine hitters for the Dodgers. Max Muncy leads it off here in the 9th. Strike one. Muncy 0 for 3 tonight. That misses high, a ball and a strike. Edwin Diaz, the Dodgers closer, who already has 3 saves this year, is warming up in the pen. Pitch to Muncy's high, 2-1 now. Two one is foul. That'll even the count 2-2. Here comes the 2-2. Bounce foul. Count will stay alive. The count will stay at 2-2. Swing and a miss on the 2-2. Muncy goes down on strikes for the first out. And strike one on the outside corner here. To Hyesung Kim. Doubled and walked tonight and has scored twice. A 1 is a strike. It's 0-2 on Kim. 0-2 pitch from Hoffman to Kim. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Hoffman. 2 down in the 9th. And here's Freeland. Freeland having a good night at the plate. Pitch to Freeland, ball 1. One 0 pitch is on the outside corner for strike 1. One is on the ground, backhanded by Guerrero, but then a wild throw to first. And then a bad throw back to first. I don't even know why you throw that ball. If you're Valenzuela, that original throw by Guerrero was a little wide. But Valenzuela was right there to back it up, and then for whatever reason, Valenzuela threw it back to first again, but he ended up airmailing it into right field. I have no idea why you even throw that ball after the runner was already at first base. So the Dodgers now will bring up Kyle Tucker. The Blue Jays, because the Blue Jays intentionally walk Ohtani to set up the force play to get to Kyle Tucker. Tucker into right field for a base hit. Rounding third is Freeland. Throw home is late. Freeland slides in, and a big insurance run for the Dodgers, and that questionable throw back to first base by Valenzuela to get him the error ends up costing the Blue Jays a run. It's 4-1 LA. First pitch swinging here is in the air to right. Guerrero makes the catch to end the inning, but a big insurance run for the Dodgers. They get 1 and lead it by 3 now, and Diaz probably going to come on to close it and go for his 4th save in the bottom of the 9th. Dodgers lead at 4-1. That will not be an earned run charged to Hoffman because of the error. So the Blue Jays down to their final 3 outs. If they cannot rally here in these last 3 outs, they will drop their 6th in a row. Started out the season 4-1, but are in danger of dropping to 4-7 if they don't come back here. Again, tentative plan tomorrow night to be back with you for another MLB live stream, Tigers and Twins. Scheduled for a 7:40 Eastern Time first pitch. Be on with you about 7 minutes prior. Again, that's not set in stone yet. I will try and have an update on my page sometime tomorrow on if I will be doing that game or not. And then going to try to see what kind of response I get with a college baseball live stream on Thursday, Florida State and Georgia Tech. Kind of anxious to see what kind of response that gets. Have not done a college baseball live stream yet. So here we go. Diaz looking for save number 4. He will face Okamoto to lead off the bottom of the 9th. Okamoto is 1 for 3 with a double. First pitch, bottom 9, ball 1. 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. 1-1 the count on Okamoto. Swing and a miss. 1-2. One-two pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. There's the first out of the 9th. And here's Clement. Blue Jays will have to get 2 runners on to get the tying run to the plate. And they're down to their final 2 outs. Ball 1. Clement is 1 for 3 tonight with a single. And that pitch misses. It's 2-0. And that misses high. It's 3-0. So down 3 runs, bottom of the 9th. Do you have a green light here? Clement takes a strike. Did not have the green light there. If he did, he didn't swing. 3-1. Ball 4 inside, and there's a 1-out walk. Blue Jays need to get 1 more base runner on to get the tying run. Diaz, does he want to challenge this? No. Okay. Here's Schneider getting his second at bat. He came on as a pinch hitter for Lucas and then went into the field defensively in left field. Schneider walked his first time, takes a strike. 0-1. Jimenez is on deck. A 1 pitch is outside, a ball and a strike. 1-1 pitch. Strike 2. Foul. Schneider's alive. 1-2. Ohtani scheduled to pitch the 3rd and final game of this series tomorrow. Dylan Cease scheduled to get the start on the mound for the Blue Jays tomorrow. 1-2 pitch. Check swing over to first, no swing, and that will even the count 2-2. Two to Schneider. Dude, that just missed. Dodgers are challenging this. Yeah, that's going to be strike 3. I thought that looked like a pretty good pitch. So that's going to be a strikeout as the Dodgers went to the ABS challenge. And now Blue Jays are down to their final out. It'll be Jimenez. He'll have to get on to get the tying run to the plate. Strike 1. Probably going to be a quick sign-off here tonight, folks. I'll give you the final stats after the final out of this one, and then probably do a quick sign-out. Jimenez fouls it off, and now the Blue Jays are down to their final strike. Oh, 0-2 pitch is foul. Jimenez stays alive. Another 0-2 on the way. Upstairs, 1-2. One-two. Into right. That's a base hit for Jimenez. Holding at third is Clement. And it is runners at the corners with 2 outs. So the tying run is on at first. And Valenzuela coming up to the plate represents the winning run. Clement is at third, but his net run doesn't mean anything. Jimenez at first does. Or I'm sorry, excuse me. No. This is only the tying run. I was forgetting the Dodgers scored that run the top of the 9th. So tying run at the plate now, and it's a pinch hitter, Tyler Heineman. Strike 1. I totally forgot about that run the Dodgers scored in the top of this inning. So now the tying run is at the plate. So the 2 runners on base mean nothing. It's the batter at the plate that's the important one. Strike 1 to Heineman. That's foul, and again, the Blue Jays are down to their final strike. I got a little bit of Will Smith. Heineman this year is 5 for 13. Diaz needing 1 more strike to give the Dodgers a series victory and a 9-2 start to the 2026 season. The pitch, swing and a miss. He got him, and that'll do it. Diaz with save number 4, and the Dodgers win it 4-1. Dodgers take the first 2 of this 3-game series in this World Series rematch. The Blue Jays drop their 6th in a row and drop to 4-7 on the season. 4 runs, 8 hits, no errors for the Dodgers. They left 8 on base, 1 run, 6 hits, 1 error for the Blue Jays. They also left 8 on base. Yamamoto picks up the win for the Dodgers. He's now 2-1. Diaz picks up his 4th save. Gossman gets the loss for the Blue Jays. He's 0-1. Dodgers improved to 9-2 on the season. Blue Jays dropped to 4-7. Dodgers will go for the sweep tomorrow, as they will send Ohtani to the mound. Dylan Cease will get the Game 3 start in this series for the Blue Jays, as the Blue Jays look to salvage the finale. 2 hours, 49 minutes, the time of the game. Rogers Center crowd, 40,971. But they see their Blue Jays fall to the Dodgers 4-1 in Game 2 of this series. That'll wrap it up here on the live stream tonight. Again, my name is John, Sports Bonanza John on YouTube. If you like my content, really would appreciate a like and subscribe from you. Also on Kick at Sports Kick John. You can follow me there. You can also follow me on Twitch at Sport Guru John. Again, tentative tomorrow night. Be back on for the Tigers and the Twins. See how that goes. I'll have an update tomorrow on whether that game will be happening or not. And my first college baseball live stream on Thursday, Florida State and Georgia Tech. That is the upcoming streaming schedule for this week. Again, Dodgers win it tonight 4-1 over the Blue Jays, win the first 2 of the series. Dodgers now 9-2 to open the 2026 season. Thanks for joining me, everybody, and possibly talk to you tomorrow night for the Tigers and the Twins. Have a great rest of your Tuesday, everybody. God bless.